Alright, time for another episode of Rambling. And here's where we get into some more of the interesting things of the game. First off, Jaden comes in and is like, hey, I'm just gonna sneak into your room, don't ask me how. And you just go to school, but of course you have to meet up with the shopkeeper. But other than that, this shopkeeper will become your best friend. And you're gonna see why in a few minutes, because school is a lot more automatic in this game than it was in... Actually, no, school is more annoying in this game because it actually takes up your dueling time. See? You have a little marker over there. Now, here's where the game gets fun. You go into the shop, and you abuse the heck out of this glitch. What you need are 3 packs with at least three different types of packs with 1 pack each. You go to 1 pack that you don't want, just click 1, then go to the pack you do want, click all of them, which is L, and then uncheck 1, and then go to one that has 1, and press R, and for whatever reason, that resets your counter to 150, meaning you can get as many of those things as you want for the price of 1 pack. Now, you can only do this with 1 pack list at a time, but you have multiple pack lists anyway, so it'll be fine. Now, as you can see, this makes the game playable. If you don't do this glitch, and trust me, I have played through this game where I haven't done that glitch, it is torture trying to find enough duelists to get enough money, to buy some more packs, to get some more good cards, to find some more duelists, to get some more money, and you get the cycle here. This game's glitch makes it very fun to play, actually. Now, sadly, I don't get any I just do the glitch again in case you're wondering. Probably should have been a little bit smarter with which packs I chose, because then I ended up only being able to buy out 2 of the packs, because I sold out 2 of them. No, wait, 3 of the packs. I sold out 2 of them, so I couldn't do it with the last pack. Now, I was looking at Gorgon's Eye because of so used to playing Duels with the Roses, where that card is as broken as crap. Which I could talk about later, but not right now. I want to talk more about how the card selection works in this game versus the horrible GBA game. The main things with the cards is that in this game, first off, you actually get a lot of cards. In the Game Boy Advance game, you got next to nothing. Yeah, there was a very horrible card selection. They did it way too early in the series. So, I mean, heck, even the things that were shown, for whatever reason, they did not add a lot of them in. I mean, in the whole game, you had 3 elemental fusions. Flame Wingman, Thunder Giant, and very, 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 very late in the game, Shining Flare Wingman. And the problem with this is that, first off, you have a limited amount of cards, and you're trying to accurately represent the series' characters. And here I am, it's like, oh crap, I accidentally sold out all of the packs. Oh well. So I just buy a couple of them, because I know I'm going to get more money from duelist anyway. And again, looking at card you shouldn't, because it's broken in Duels of the Roses. So like I was saying, accurately trying to describe the series. Okay, one more tangent. I love how whenever you buy a bunch of crap, which you're probably going to do often in this store, she just gives you like 72 things at the same time, especially later in the game when you have like 20 packs and you buy like 200,000 things. And yeah, it's amazing. Now I guess I'll talk more about... Well, yeah, I'm replacing the deck pretty much, but it's not going to be a themed deck quite yet. I realized I didn't get a good enough assortment of cards to really do any kind of good theme, so I was just going to wait on that. But anyway, yeah, here's my interlude deck, as I'm going to name it really soon. I also show off how the recipe system and everything works. It's pretty good. But, so yeah, it couldn't accurately describe the game, and it kind of made the game suck as a whole. And as I mentioned before, so many people have much better cards than you that it takes a while for you to actually get good at the game. But the nice thing is that you'll understand more of this later, but everyone uses the same decks throughout the whole game, meaning that once you get a good deck going, you can beat everybody up to death. And yes, the blues are elitist, oh well. And now I just kind of show off the other two duelists you could fight possibly. It's Natsuo Tanaka, who I'm pretty sure doesn't exist in the anime. There were a couple of duelists added in so that you can have a good learning curve, which, guess what? The Game Boy game didn't have it all. Oh no. And in case you're wondering how the duels go, I beat them. Okay, so continuing on. And it's pretty funny, actually, that you can beat Jaden using his Shining Flare Wingman when all he ever would use would be the Flame Wingman. And then there's the really odd event. The events were badly shown in the game because I don't know why, but they didn't bother that much with like custom avatars and stuff. Again, you'll see more later. I'll probably bring them up. But I mean, really, you couldn't do that of all things. And then, of course, sometimes you're forced into these duels where you cannot ever possibly lose. And then there's one thing I can give is that sometimes you're forced to duel with a deck that's actually pretty cool. Especially one of the latest ones where you have a deck oriented around drawing and the Exodia cards, and since your opponent has the exact same, you can just draw through your whole deck and then use Exodia, but of course you don't get the bonus for that, so meh. So yeah, about these duels. Boring. Okay, continuing on. And the great thing was that other event duels you do, like, kind of a spoiler, but for anyone who's watching anime knows what I mean, is that whenever you duel Chaz when he comes from North Academy, first off, it doesn't have a custom sprite, and there's no Armed Dragon cards in those games, so you get just about the weirdest assortment of cards I've ever seen in a video game, ever. And I don't remember any other specific examples, but I'm pretty sure it does happen again at other times. And yeah, now it's time for me to complain about the beginning of this game. I really don't like the beginning of this game. Because what happens is, after you get through that opening, which isn't too terribly long, but it's still an opening. Thankfully you don't have to go into any forced tutorials, although the other game didn't have those, so why am I complaining? The first event for this game is horrible when it comes to actually getting to the event, because getting to the event revolves around a new system brought to this game called Registering Duelist. Now, if you're wondering what a Registering Duelist means, it just means that you duel a certain person long enough, and eventually they'll be like, hey, I want to register you so that I can fight with you later, which is kind of odd because you fight with them later anyway, many times. But, you know, knowing which specific duelist you fight is nice. Wow. The editing on my video just kind of sucked there. I was trying to get the other specific duelist so that I could show him off, and I was showing off No Cast Zoomers backup battery file, which is Heaven, when you're trying to do Heart Gold or Soul Silver. But anyway, I guess I'll have to talk more about it later, because now I have to explain what exactly happened here. Now, Wednesdays is going to be your favorite day in this game, because seeing as there's the pack glitch makes the game, Wednesdays is when they refill all the packs, and I'm like, hooray, new packs, I can finally finish up that glitch. Nope. Not only did it not have the packs redrawn, it got rid of the last pack on that place over there, so I was just like, okay, fine, I'll do it legitly. Now, registering duelists is both a good thing and a bad thing, in my opinion. The good thing about it is, well, you'll know who you're fighting, and that's good in this game because some people give out specific stuff if you duel them enough. And then there's, you're trying to find some duelists you can never register, meaning that once you find them the time,
meaning once you find everybody you can, then you can start avoiding them, trying to find the duelists that aren't ever registered. So that's kind of cool, but I still say Duel Academy did much better in that you didn't have to fight the same person over and over again. You could fight a lot of people right off the bat, but then that's going into how GX's dueling system worked out, and I can definitely say it didn't work out very well. The way that GX Duel Academies worked out was you could only do 3 duels a day, and you can only duel Saturday and Sunday. Throughout the week, you would just pick random days, and sometimes an event may happen, most of the time it's just some, small talk. Sometimes there's some pretty funny stuff, especially when you talk to Professor Banner. But other than that, nothing. Well, there is the weirdest crap mailing system where you can try to mail certain duelists, and you just pick a day, and sometimes they'll say, oh sure, I can duel that day, and sometimes they'll say, nah, I'm not good that day. But if you're lucky enough to get them to duel on that day, then you can duel on a weekday. So that's pretty cool. But, seeing as how you can duel much more in this game depending on how far you're willing to travel, you can get a lot more dueling done. Of course, that's trying to give this game credit in dueling the same person over and over again. It does get better later on when stuff is changed up a little bit. I don't want to try and spoil too much. But, for now, just really I understand they want to try and give a tutorial and, hey, there's this new system of knowing who you're dueling going out. But you really had to make us fight the same person over and over again with the crappiest starter deck in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Card games. Well, probably not. I mean, there were some other games that probably did worse and I just never played them. I know a lot of the original series Game Boy Advance games did this, but you would think there's a better way. I look off into the distance, but you can't see me, of course. And yeah, that's about it. The rest of the game is amazing. You don't ever have to register duels again, but then there's the level up system. Yeah, I'm gonna start ranting about that soon, but not quite yet. I don't have enough time to go through a full rant on that.
but I can definitely say you'll see what I mean. Now, I won a duel against this guy, and, you know, get a little money, whatever. Now, I think I should be cutting to the duel where I leveled up at some point. There we go. Yeah, when you level up, you level up. Leveling up gets you newer packs, usually, and you get a level up bonus, 100 of
whatever you heard, whatever level you grew up to, and oh hey, look, we finally got duels to register us. Now, in case you're wondering why I cut out all the duels to get that registration, I'll explain after this very, very lackluster event. It's just Alexis and, oh my goodness, it's Zane talking. And that's it. That's really it. That's what you had to wait all that time for. And I decided that in this Let's Play, I'm gonna just, after I register a duelist, I'll show all the duels I did to get to registering, and once you register a duelist, they give you mail to say, oh hey, I've registered you. But with that, day is over, and night is now.